Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Abdul Alim and you are watching my YouTube channel. So today's topic is Dalton's law of partial pressure. In this video we will learn Dalton's law of partial pressure. It was given by John Dalton, a famous scientist, pioneer of the atomic theory, likewise the modern atomic theory. So we will discuss the Dalton's law of partial pressure. So in the total pressure in a container is the sum of the pressure each gas would exert if it were alone in the container. So the total pressure is the sum of the partial pressure of all gases that is present within the container. So the total pressure would be equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 plus P5. So if a container has a different gases, so each gas will not react. The first condition, the gas will not react. Therefore, the gases exert pressure individually. So the total pressure would be equal to the sum of all the pressure that exert. For example, air is a mixture of non-reacting gases in which there is 78% nitrogen, 20% oxygen, 0.93% argon, and 0.03% carbon dioxide, and other trace gases such as neon, helium, krypton, hydrogen, water vapors, and pollutants such as oxides of sulfur and nitrogen are found in air. So they are not reacting with each other, and therefore the total pressure is the sum of the individual pressure of the gases that is present in air. So the main gas that exert pressure is nitrogen, but we have to collect the total pressure of each gas. अगर हम यहाँ पे देखें तो there are different cylinders in which there are different gases are present in air. So the total pressure would be equal to the sum of all gases that is present in the air. So that will make a total pressure. So this is said to be the partial pressure. This is said to be the total pressure. Now we have to derive the equation. Let Na, Nb and Nc be the number of moles of gas A, B and C respectively. So we have to calculate the partial pressure of these gases. According to gas general equation, we know that PV is equal to nRT. For suppose the pressure of gas A is PA and pressure of gas B is PB and pressure of gas C is PC. So in terms of moles, we can calculate the number of moles likewise PA, PNA, PB, NB, RT upon V, and for gas C that is equal to PC is equal to NCRT upon V. That is, the total pressure would be equal to PT is equal to NTRT upon V, that is the total pressure. So these gases combine together to form total pressure. The condition is the main condition when they are not react with each other. So the first condition, when the gas they do not react with each other, they exert pressure. So total pressure would be equal to the individual sum of the individual pressure that each gas exert. So this is said to be the Dalton's law of partial pressure. So when we divide equation 1 by 4, then we got the equation of Dalton's law of partial pressure. So in this video you can see we divided, and the total pressure that is equal to the pressure of the gas, total number of gas divided by total number of moles of the gas into partial pressure into total pressure. So The partial pressure of gas is equal to the number of moles of gas upon total number of moles of the gas into the total pressure of the gas. So we can calculate the different gases, partial pressure of gases. So another example, the collection of gas or water. So when gas is cooled, when gas is collected over water, provided that gas is insoluble in water, so gas become moist. The total pressure of moist gas will be equal to the sum of the pressure that is equal to the partial pressure of gas and also the water vapor that is present. So if you are preparing gas that is collected over water, so it involves two types of pressure, the pressure of water vapor and pressure of the gas. So total pressure would be equal to the pressure of gas plus pressure of water vapors. So pressure of gas would be equal to total pressure minus pressure of the water. So you have to see this when we heat a sample in which the reaction is occur. After they will form a potassium chloride that is heating. After heating potassium chloride, so it will produce gas and that will collected within the over water, that is collected over water. So the total pressure is equal to pressure of the gas plus pressure of the water vapors. And most of the time the John Dalton that works on the humid air. So the partial pressure of O2 in outside air is around 159 gram per centimeter cube, is higher than partial pressure of oxygen in lungs 116 gram per centimeter cube. So however at higher altitude air pressure decreases, hence respiration becomes difficult. So when you go upside, the air pressure reduces, therefore the respiration will be more difficult for you. Pilots may have uncomfortable breathing in a non-pressurized cabin where the partial pressure of oxygen is about 150 gram per centimeter square. So different pressure is required for different atmosphere level. For example, if we go outside or if we go hills, so we cannot breathe easily at very high altitude. So this is the reason normally. अगर हम बात करते हैं कि मुख्तलिफ गैसेस होती हैं, अगर वो एक दूसरे के साथ रिएक्शन नहीं करती, तो जब रिएक्शन नहीं करेंगी तो लाजमी बात है कि वो प्रेशर लगाएंगी, तो वो प्रेशर जो होगा, अगर हम टोटल प्रेशर, तो उनको हम कहेंगे पार्शियल प्रेशर। और टोटल प्रेशर जो होगा वो जब ऑल जो गैसेस हैं उनको अगर हम पार्शियल प्रेशर को कंबाइन करेंगे, सम करेंगे, दैट वुड बी इक्वल टू द total pressure of that gas. So another application of this law is respiration by deep sea divers. So at the depth of sea air pressure increases 5 times than normal pressure. अगर हम नीचे समंदर में जाएं जो गहराई में, तो वहाँ पे जो एयर का प्रेशर होगा वो ज़्यादा होगा, 5 गुना ज़्यादा होगा. तो रेगुलर एयर इज कैनॉट बी यूज इन एयर डाइवर्स टैंक. रेगुलर एयर जो होगी वहाँ पे यूज़ नहीं होती, बिकॉज पार्शियल प्रेशर O2 वुड बी 795 ग्राम पर सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर. तो पार्शियल प्रेशर ऑक्सीजन का जो होगा वो 5 गुना ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. नॉर्मली हम कितना लेते हैं, वी रिक्वायर 159. अगर हम इसको 5 गुना करेंगे दैट वुड बी इक्वल टू 795 ग्राम पर सेंटीमीटर क्यूब. तो डीप सी डाइवर्स जो हैं वो यूज़ करते हैं, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम दे यूज़ 96% जो है वो हीलियम यूज़ करते हैं, और उसमें ऑक्सीजन जो होगी है वो 4% होगी है। तो ऑक्सीजन को अगर हम 4% रखें तो इसका मतलब ये है, अगर नॉर्मली उसका प्रेशर 5 गुना ज़्यादा किया जाए तो that would be equal to the around 159 gram per centimeter square. So that would be behave like a real air. So scuba self-container breathing apparatus used contains compressed air to breathe. अब यहाँ पे जो है स्क्यूबा जो है वो एक apparatus है जिसमें एयर को कंप्रेस करके फिर ब्रीथ करते हैं। एज द डाइवर्स टर्न टू सरफेस, जब डाइवर्स जो है सरफेस पे आ जाते हैं, इट बिकम हैजार्डियस फॉर हिम इफ नॉट हैंडल्ड प्रॉपरली, अगर वो मतलब सही नमूने से हैंडल नहीं करते तो उनके लिए मसला हो सकता है। एज द न्यू डाइवर्स कम्स अप द प्रेशर ऑफ सराउंडिंग वाटर ड्रॉप्स, तो जब ऊपर आ जाएंगे तो पानी का जो प्रेशर होगा वो ड्रॉप हो जाएगा। कॉन्सिक्वेंटली द कंप्रेस्ड एयर इन लंग्स एक्सपांड, जो कंप्रेस एयर होगी लंग्स में वो एक्सपांड हो जाएगी, और सरफेसिंग इज डन वेरी स्लोली सो दैट the compressed air may escape out from the lungs without damage to them। तो आस्ते आस्ते से हम करेंगे जिससे कि लंग्स को नुकसान ना हो। तो ये भी एक एप्लीकेशन है डाल्टन्स लॉ ऑफ पार्शियल प्रेशर की। तो अमूमन हमने आज बहुत ही अच्छी चीज़ें पढ़ी हैं डाल्टन्स लॉ ऑफ प्रेशर के बारे में, और दैट वाज गिवन बाय जॉन डाल्टन। तो नॉन रिएक्टिंग गैसेस के बारे में है, अगर कोई नॉन रिएक्टिंग गैसेस हैं तो एक दूसरे से रिएक्शन नहीं करती, तो जब वो एक दूसरे से रिएक्शन नहीं करेंगी तो इंडिविजुअल जो प्रेशर होगा गैसेस का, तो दैट वुड बी कॉल्ड एज पार्शियल प्रेशर। तो टोटल प्रेशर जो होगा वो that would be equal to the sum of the partial pressure of the individual gases of each gas that is present within the container. So that would be known as total pressure. So how deep divers respire on return from sea? Air contains around 80% nitrogen. If nitrogen is present in diver's tank, the solubility of nitrogen blood can increase with increase in pressure in very deep sea. If the diver returns quickly and relatively at low pressure at surface, he will face a life-threatening condition called bends. So the diver must use different mixture of gases such as helium and oxygen, or spend many hours decompression chamber after a dram. So they put themselves in a decompression chamber after several times, so they come back. A pressure in decompression chamber slowly lowered over many hours. Nitrogen comes out of blood slowly and disposed of safely. So it is the end result. So we have to divers have to kept them in a decompression chamber. Slowly the nitrogen will comes out of the lungs and the pressure will be normalized. So आज के लिए हमें इतना ही, और अगर ये मेरी वीडियो आपको पसंद आई है तो लाइक करें, शेयर करें, और उसके अलावा सब्सक्राइब करें, और थैंक यू फॉर वाचिंग माय चैनल।